Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am doing my first Empties video since May. So I'm going through all of the products that I have used up completely since May of 2020 and letting you know what things I would recommend, what's good, and what is absolute garbage that you should avoid. So if that sounds interesting to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, please consider hitting the subscribe button and clicking the thumbs up button. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to do this a little bit differently than normally. So normally I just go through the items. I've got all my items here in a big kind of tote bin thing to go through. But I thought it would be interesting to figure out how much money all of this is. So I'm going to leave for you at the bottom of the screen the dollar amount. Now, I will say though, I'm going to put the dollar amount of what I spent, okay? So some of the stuff, maybe it was on sale, so I didn't buy the full ticket value. So I'm not necessarily doing this to show you like how much you could buy this for, because some of this is stuff from like Ipsy and things that you can't buy the small sample sizes. But I have been really inspired by Lauren May's YouTube page lately. She does a series called What I Spent and What Was Sent, and she goes through what she bought in PR versus what was sent and how much it's worth, just to show the value of makeup and things like that. And it really got me thinking about how much do I use up all the way dollar-wise versus what I spend. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe in 2021 starting a monthly thing like that, and it's not going to be what I spent and what was sent since I don't have PR, but it will be what I spent, what I bought on beauty goods versus what did I actually use up dollar-wise, just to keep myself a little more in check. So let me know if that sounds interesting to you down in the comments below. So I'm just going to go through, like I said, each item and let you know how much I spent, and then I'll tell you the total at the end. Alright, so I'm going to start with, I think, more of the makeup stuff, and then I'll get into some other things. So this month, I used up, this month, I say this month, it's not this month, it's in the past 6 months, okay? In the past 6 months, I have used up 3 different pencils here. 2 of them are brow pencils. I used up an entire Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. I used up an entire NYX Fill and Fluff eye pencil and a little, just like a little brush here thing on the end. And I would say between these two, I definitely liked the Wet n Wild one better. I would actually repurchase that Wet n Wild one. It was great. It is pretty effective and affordable, but I will say right now I am using the IT Cosmetics Brow Powder, and I actually like that, I think, better than both of them, but it is much more expensive. So I would say if I was going to repurchase one of these again, it would be the Wet n Wild one. I would not recommend the NYX Fill and Fluff. The formula was a little too creamy to me. It just kind of smeared around, and this brush didn't help anything. It would just smear the product. So I've used this in videos before, and I think I told you guys a lot of times I would fluff and then fill versus fill and fluff, which is what it's called. And then the other pencil I have here this month is an eyeliner. This is the Beauty for Real Eyeline 24/7 eyeliner in Whiskey. That was one of my Project Pan items that I did fully use up. I did like this item. The color was what was unique, the Whiskey color. It was not like a regular black or brown eyeliner. It had a little bit of metallic in it, and I did really like that. I would not repurchase it just because I have eyeliners out the wazoo and I need to use what I have used up. But if you're looking for something that is natural, but it's not black or brown, it's just like slightly different and more unique, I think you would like this. So again, remember, like this item, for example, it is not going to be like the dollar amount I'm figuring up is what I spent. So I got this in Ipsy, so it'll probably be like $2. Next up in makeup, I used up 2 concealers in the past 6 months. Lord knows this 2020 times has been trying the eye bags and the dark circles. I'm sure you can relate. And so I used up the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, little baby one. Would not repurchase, thought it was way too drying under the eyes and made me look kind of like crepe-like. And the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. This one I definitely liked better, But again, like the brow products, I'm actually using a third one. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer that I would say I like this better than both of these. I think if I repurchased this one, this NYX one, it's in the shade Vanilla, I would probably get a slightly lighter brightening shade because that one kind of matches my skin tone, but that's good for like acne if I want to cover them up. So use these both up, but would not repurchase them. The next two items I used up were an eye primer and a color corrector. So I used up the Avon eyeshadow primer little pot here. Would not repurchase for two reasons. Number one, I am liking the Covergirl that I'm using now better. This is the Covergirl Lid Lock Up. I like this a lot better just because it has an applicator that comes with it. I don't have to dirty a brush. And I am trying to filter out and no longer use any brands that are MLMs. So if you don't know what an MLM is, there's probably a lot of videos on YouTube that you could look up about them, but basically it's like they don't call them a pyramid scheme, but it's a pyramid scheme type issue that I'm trying not to buy, support, promote those anymore. I know some people may be mad about that. In fact, some of you that's watching this, you may even sell things from MLMs, so sorry, it's nothing personal, but I just don't really like the idea behind those and I don't really want to support that type of thing. The other one was an item from Wish. I don't really order things from anyway. Wish is an app if you're not familiar with it. And this is the CC Color Corrector. This worked well, but because it was a stick and it was like a cream, it didn't always set very well, even with powder. So I think I want to get either the Nikita Dragon or the Jeffree Star liquid color correctors and try those next, but I have not purchased them yet. So if you have tried either of those, the Nikita Dragon or the Jeffree Star green color corrector, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and whether you think that would be worth my money or not. So far we don't have that many things that I would repurchase, okay? Which it just goes to show you how much are you buying that you don't even really end up liking or needing. The last of the makeup stuff that I have here are two setting sprays, and these are both the Milani Make It Last. So I have one that is the original, and then I have the matte version. Now, I would say I ended up actually liking the original better than the matte. I absolutely did not go for the dewy because I have oily skin, and that would just be a bad time for me. But I thought I would like the matte. The reason I didn't end up liking the matte wasn't because of the formula. I honestly noticed zero difference in the formula between these. I didn't notice it keeping me matte longer or anything. But I swear the sprayers are different. They look identical, but the mist came out much finer the way I like out of this one than this one. This one was like kind of spritzy, splotchy, didn't like it. So maybe it's just a dud component. Maybe they're not all like this, but I didn't think it was the same as this one, and I think this is my second or third one of these already that I would say go for the original if you're shopping for those, and I would repurchase the original. I would not repurchase the matte. In fact, I may have to get another one of those Milani ones soon. Right now I'm working my way through a Too Faced Do You one, which I can already tell you I don't like, and I've only used a couple times this Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist, so keep watching in future videos for my opinion on those products. So next I'm going to go into some makeup removers. First is the Avon Moisture Effective Eye Makeup Remover Lotion. I used to love this stuff. It really does get your makeup off well, but I found that I like cleansers better, like the, oh, what is it called? Cleansing Balm, that's what it's called. I like cleansing balms better. And once again, this is Avon, so I'm not going to repurchase because it is an MLM brand. I think MLM stands for multi-level marketing, by the way. The next one is the Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm Original, and this is by Banila Co. Absolutely would 100% recommend. This is my favorite cleansing balm I have found so far, period. I need another one. So I actually placed an order from Banila Co. for something else, and they included one of these free teensy tiny little baby ones of these, and you basically just scoop out the product. And I really liked it, so I went to Ulta and I got the next bigger one, and as you can see I have fully cleaned out that one as well, really scooped her dry. I'm sure these containers would be great for something else to reuse, but I'm not really sure what to do with them. I think they make a size bigger than this that I need to get. I just really wanted to be sure that I liked it before, but I've gone through 2 of these little ones now, and they're great, and I in fact would love to have more of these little mid-tier ones because they're wonderful for trap. Next is toners and skincare. So I have 2 toners here. One is the Meaningful Beauty Cindy Crawford Pore Refining Toner. Didn't notice it do anything to my pores. It was fine. It was a toner. Someone gifted it to me, so I just wanted to use it up at this point. So, meh. The one that I loved, amazing, is the Thayer's Facial Toner Witch Hazel Cucumber Scent. Oh, I love this cucumber scent. The scent is so fresh, and it reminds me of, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I like the Wet n Wild Cucumber Facial Setting Mist for makeup. Scent is like that, very crisp, fresh, clean, and I would say when I use this on a cotton pad on my face, I notice it pulling more after my cleansing balm than other things. So I usually like wash with the cleansing balm, rinse it off, cleanse all of that, and then go in with my toner. And if you wear makeup to any degree, you know, even cleansing balm or cleansers don't always get everything. So toner is nice to get anything that has still been left behind. And I think this picks up more of what is left behind than any other toners I've used so far. So I'd absolutely recommend that one, 100%. Amazing. I think what I'm going to do too at the end of the video, now that I'm thinking about it, guys, is I think I'm going to keep a tally of how much money of stuff I would repurchase or how much money of stuff I wouldn't repurchase, just to see like what's the dollar amount that was worth it and what's the dollar amount that it's like, well, you kind of threw that out. Okay, so next we have skincare. Ooh, I got a few things here. I only have a few things because I've been using a lot of like baby little samples here. So we will start with cleansers and things like that. So I've got the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser Daily Foaming Wash. This came in one of my Ulta gift sets. I think it was a summer one. I did a video on those sets. Amazing. Want it so badly again, and I'm waiting for it to go on sale because frankly it's quite expensive and I don't understand why it's so expensive, but I really like the Daily Foaming Wash and I will be repurchasing it as soon as it goes on sale. I've got a different cleanser I'm using from Olay right now in the meantime that was gifted to me, but I don't like it at all, so this one is great. The other cleanser I tried was the Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. This is also in one of those Ulta kits. I did not like this. I felt like it stripped too much of the natural oils from my face and almost made it borderline dry, which to me that's telling me it's like a lot because it takes a lot for my oily skin to get dry. So I had to use this sparingly and not every day. I mean, it says that you can... No, it doesn't say you can use it every day, but I mean, it's a frothy face wash. I wanted to use a daily, you know, cleanser, face wash, whatever, and it was just too harsh, strong, whatever drying you want to call it, so I would not recommend that one. Kate Somerville was way better for sure. And then the one thing I love, this I love too, this is another thing that I'm like, those gift sets were a curse because they're like trying out higher end things to see what you like and don't like so you don't waste your money, except now I liked some of the higher end things and I'm like, well crap, because I don't want to actually spend the money that they're worth to get them. This is the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Age Defying Exfoliator. Okay, so when you use this, your face will feel like a baby's butt. Like it feels like fresh from the womb skin. The softest skin I've ever felt, the softest my face has ever felt, especially if I do dermaplaning, shape my face, and do the microdermabrasion. Oh my gosh, my skin is just like, I have to be careful to not touch it so that I'm not putting natural oils back onto it because it's so smooth and so nice. So this is pretty heavy duty as well, and it specifically says that it's best if you allow 3 days between applications. So I would do this maybe once, twice a week. And even this little baby, it lasted a long time, but I love it, and it costs a lot to get the full size. So I'll just have to watch for a sale or save up my Ulta points. I think I have like $33 worth of Ulta points saved right now, so I might be able to get it soon, because even with cleansing every day, I feel like this just clears out like the dead skin cells and things, and I don't really have a good exfoliator right now in the meantime, so gonna purchase that soon. Okay, next is like serums and creams and things like that. So I went through, I got sent this to try the Glam Glow Youth Potion Rejuvenating Peptide Serum. Used the whole thing, smelled really good, seemed super nice, fancy, heavy. I saw 0 results. Maybe it moisturized my skin. but it claimed to do all kinds of anti-aging things that I haven't found anything to affect the slight wrinkles I'm starting to see under my eyes. I haven't found anything that I've visually been able to see a difference in. So I was disappointed in it, but it was fine. I mean, maybe it did something, but I wouldn't say to pay the expensive price tag on it. Next was the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream. Now this, I will say, when I applied it, I definitely felt like a tightening effect, and that made me be like, ooh, it's working. So I don't know. I definitely noticed skin firmness and hydration, which are advertised on this one, but I don't know that I noticed a difference in the appearance of wrinkles. So do with that what you will. I won't be repurchasing it just because I have a ton of these little baby samples of skincare to try through to hopefully find something that I feel works better, but it wasn't bad, I don't think. It Cosmetics Confidence in a Gel Lotion. This is the Hydra Plumping Skin Transforming Weightless Moisturizer. Now, a couple things with this. Number one, I have found that because I'm oily, I need gel-based products, water-based products and moisturizers, because before I just didn't moisturize, because if I would put a moisturizer on and it was cream-based, high acne, every day, all day, awful. So now I've learned it has to be water-based, gel, what have you, so I can use this and it's great because I usually need a lot of moisture under the eyes. Now, I will say 72-hour hydration plus is a big fat lie. There's no way you should only moisturize, what is that, once every 4 days. Like, I don't think that's a thing. But it was a good moisturizer, gel-based moisturizer, but I like this other one better, okay? So this is from Neutrogena. This is something my dermatologist actually recommended, and he gave me these free little samples to try. This is the Hydro Boost Gel Cream for extra dry skin. Now, again, I do not put this all over my face as someone who's oily complected, but I will put it under my eyes. A lot of times, like on the corners of my forehead seem to get dry, and then I'll put it in my fine lines around here, and if I like have a cold or something on the sides of my nose where I get chapped from blowing my nose, and then it's nice for the neck and the chest too. So I would highly recommend that one. It's not too expensive. Neutrogena too is more of a drugstore brand that you can easily have access to. I've seen these in Kroger's, even in Walmart's, these this whole line of the Hydro Boost stuff, and it has hyaluronic acid in it. So I would highly recommend that, and I think you would be happier, just as happy with the result of that as the It Cosmetics one, which I don't think has the hyaluronic acid in it and costs a lot more. All right, next I've got a couple deodorants. So I've got the Tom's of Maine. These are both natural deodorants, Soothing Caledonia Long Lasting Deodorant here. And then I've got that I just finished the Native brand deodorant, which is also natural deodorant. And this is the Pumpkin Spice Latte. So between these two, I would say Native all day long. Now, this could be a very personal preference. I used Tom's for years and years. I used Tom's for. I like it because it doesn't have artificial fragrance or preservatives, and there's no animal testing or anything like that. They use recycled materials, and their company just does a lot of volunteering and things like that. There's no aluminums, parabens. It's natural deodorant, so there's a lot of reasons you might want to use natural deodorant instead of regular deodorant, but that's for another video. But what I was noticing with this is I had like really dark spots on my pits. I know that's like gross, but yeah, it was gross. I didn't like it, and it's just been that way my whole life. And so I was looking into what was going on with that, which I'm like, okay, some people like bleach things. Should I like bleach my armpits so they're not like dark gross circles? Because it looked like dirt, but I was washing myself. And then I read somewhere that it was like, oh, it could be just your natural body chemistry reacting to something weird in the deodorant. Try a different deodorant. So I started looking for other natural brands. And that's when I looked and found Native deodorant. I mean, I didn't find it. I heard from it, mostly from Jen Love's reviews. And I think she had some sponsored content from them. So I tried them out. They're also paraben and aluminum free. And it changed everything. Like, I don't have dark spots in my pits anymore, and the deodorant lasts just as long, if not longer. They also have, this is not one of them, but they have like paper, more recyclable containers too. And I think they have a better range of scents as well. So I fully use this pumpkin spice latte one. I mean, really, I figured too, if I'm going to try a new deodorant, I should go for the pumpkin spice fall vibes, right? So I used that this past fall, and I'm using one right now that is a little vanilla coconut. I got like a variety pack of little travel ones so I could try different scents to see what I liked. And I'm definitely going to be sticking with native from now on. I mean, nothing against Tom's, but like I said, it was like the appearance under my armpits that caused that decision. All right, I have one body wash here. It is from Avon. Is the Cherry Blossom Refreshing Shower Gel. Won't be repurchasing, have plenty of shower gels. Also, it's Avon, MLM. We've gone over this. And to finish things out today, I've got 4 different shampoos I finished here, okay? I've been trying to get on a hair journey, y'all, because I just am tired of all this frizz. And I know it's probably because I wash my hair too much, but if I don't, then it looks greasy, and I can look dry. I can use dry shampoo and make it look really good, but then my skin breaks out because it's oily. It's just a whole thing. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out the magic combination to share with any of you that have oily skin too, but in the meantime, I'm trying things. So I'll start with this one. This is the Rexall T Plus Gel Shampoo. At some point I was having dandruff, so I got this and it worked. I mean, it got rid of it completely, but it stinks to high heaven. Stinks so badly. It's gross and it lingers. So if you can find something else that relieves dandruff but doesn't smell as bad, I'd recommend that instead. But this was super cheap and did the job. So if that's all you're going for and you can deal with the scent, it's fine. I also used up this big Rusk Thicker Shampoo. It's a thickening shampoo for fine or thin hair. Obviously, that appealed to me as someone with thin hair that always wants more volume. The only way I find to get more volume is if I curl it, or if I literally like do a blowout and like put my hair upside down over my head and like comb it and use a thickening like styling spray, texture spray or something like that. But I had hope. I got this from TJ Maxx. And it was a big bottle, and it was Rusk, which I was like, ooh, it looks like a fancy salon shampoo. I was totally gotten. They got me, okay? It did nothing. I mean, it cleaned my hair, didn't make it any thicker. It just, no. If anything, my hair was like frizzier and floofier, so it was trash. I would never buy it again. Don't get it. On the other end, here's a couple I did like. So I did like the Bath & Body Works Coconut Lime Verbena Volumizing Shampoo for fine or normal hair. This I do feel like did a little bit for me. And the smell, oh my gosh, this Coconut Lime Verbena, oh, it made me feel like I was on vacation in Florida or something, like Florida, Costa Rica vibes, that I was just like, yes, please more of that in my life. So I don't know if Bath & Body Works makes this scent anymore. I feel like I actually got this from a hotel, but I'm going to be looking for it because it's so good. Equally as good, that I thought was good for my hair, is the Zotos Professional Age Beautiful Ultra Bond #1 Bond Synergy Cleanse. Long title. This I had tried a smaller one. My brother's now fiance, new news there. She works at a Sally Beauty. She's the manager, and she gave me one of these to try, and I loved it. And so this is a repurchase. I love it again. I'll probably buy another one because this one I actually do feel like strengthens my hair so it doesn't break as easily, which is an issue with my fine hair. So this one I love and this one I love, and I'm probably going to get both, honestly. This one doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't give me that like, oh, vacation tropical vibes like the Bath & Body Works. So I'll probably get both of them and just, you know, have them both on hand, to be honest. So yeah, guys, that is the video, and like I said, I'm going to leave here somewhere like what the total was that I spent versus what was the total amount that I like would actually repurchase or liked per se, like out of the money I spent, what did I actually like and what would I repurchase and was like good money spent. So hopefully you guys like this video. I know I'm doing it a little bit differently than some of my other empty videos, but I really had a fun time going through all of those. And I like keeping my empty too because it reminds me when I go through these to be like, well, yeah, I do need to buy another one of those. Oh yeah, I do remember how much I like that, and comparing it to what I'm using now and like okay, do I actually need to repurchase it? Do I like what I'm using now better? Or am I like, oh, I did really like that and I miss it and I want to buy another one? So that's helpful to me. Hopefully that's helpful to you. And as I'm going through trying things, I can make recommendations on, okay, I've already tried all of these things and this is the one I think you should go for. So that's all for this week, guys. If you haven't already, please click the thumbs up button. It really helps me with getting YouTube to suggest my videos in the algorithm. And also, of course, click the subscribe button. If you're already subscribed and you want notifications, you can click the little bell for that. But if not, that's fine. I upload new videos once a week and I hope to see you back on the next one. Bye, guys.